All right, welcome back everybody. We are going on to game number 2 here in the first semifinal match between trutaCz and dredredre, aka Andre, with trutaCz leading 1-0.
Yeah, and that was a really very convincing game. trutaCz just he was set a bit behind from early on, but he was so on it with his micro. His meter micro was very impressive. As soon as he got over to Andre's base, he was just able to bash away at those Marines, and it was pretty much non-stop. And it was a very short road from there to victory. So can we expect to see something similar again, or will he mix it up? What do you reckon?
Well, the map structure is a little bit different here. We're on Aztec. The main base is actually now entirely on low ground and the natural's on high ground, so it's a bit of a reverse ramp. But having said that, there is still like a little high ground cliff next to the natural that you can abuse with mutalisks. And the main base does kind of have like the big ring around it, similar to Destination actually in shape. But I don't know if it's necessarily as good a map for 2-hatch Muta. I think it's probably more likely we'll see just a normal 3-hatch Muta from trutaCz here.
Yeah, I think so. But also it kind of, yeah, I don't know. I was about to say I feel like lurkers are fairly effective on this map, but having said that, I think guardians can really pay off on this map too. So it can kind of go both ways. But I would sort of expect to maybe see a guardian strategy pulled out here, if I were a betting man. But I guess we're gonna find out.
You know, it can be quite annoying with the way the main goes. You know, making guardians a late game, but. It's
And the
an
natural
interesting
as well.
idea. It's an interesting idea. All right, so yes, let us go, Elegant. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, going into game number 2 at the 12 o'clock location as the Red Zerg. We have trutaCz, and at the 8 o'clock position as the Peach Terran, we have Andre.
Peach Terran.
Indeed.
Goodness, I missed that. Peach Terran, we have Andre. Yeah, an interesting quirk of this map is, of course, you do have the old reverse ramp, and then you have a mineral only on the high ground as your kind of potential third base. So it can be a little bit tricky getting to a kind of decent third for Terran, I think, on this one. I think that could be one of the kind of tough things to contend with.
Indeed, and you know, some players might even think about taking this inside expansion because it has the gas. So coming down this ramp, although obviously it is quite open in the middle of the map. But you know what? If you're going bio in the mid game, you're pretty mineral heavy anyway. So I think going for the mineral only is not terrible choice for the Terran. Obviously for the Zerg, you want to get the gas base. But yeah, so I think that would probably push the Terran towards going for a normal bio opening this time. But I guess we'll see what Andre does, and he's going to be facing a 9-pull though.
Oh, so he is. Okay, this is going to be kind of curious. I mean, I think 9-pull is decent on this map. Of course, it's a 3-player map, not quite as good as say Destination, but it's useful nonetheless. And also the reverse ramp can make things a little bit tricky. I also think it's really important on this map to kind of get out, even more so than on some maps. It's hard to be defensive once you've taken your third. Hard to be too defensive anyway. You have to kind of get out a little bit because of those big wide ramps, the big spaces around your third base. I think it's important to be proactive and to adopt a strategy which really allows that. I think defensiveness can only really take you so far on this map unless you've got it really well planned out, especially as Terran. That's
a good point, actually. And, you know, I wonder if, you know, maybe... Oh, hold that thought. We have a 2-gate open... Or, sorry, 2 barracks, not 2-gate.
So we do.
And the funny thing is, he did it before he saw the 9-pull. So this was part of his plan. This wasn't a response to getting 9-pulled, even though that's a perfectly good, valid response to the 9-pull. In fact, this would probably put him in the lead against a 9-pull. But he was actually planning that from the beginning, which is really interesting to me. And in fact, it's going to get scouted straight away by this Overlord. So I'm pretty sure trutaCz knows that this is the second barracks. I don't know if he went all the way down to see this one, but just from the timing, he should know that's actually a second barracks. So he knows exactly what's going on. He's leaving his Overlord here. That feels like to me like he can get killed. I don't know why he's leaving it there and not going to the high ground up here. I'm pretty sure this is going to die when Marines come out.
Yeah, it's going to go.
Although there's links out, so maybe it doesn't matter.
So maybe not. I mean, this is I actually not too great for Andre. I mean, he's got 1 Marine out. He's going to have 2, maybe just about 3 out by the time those Lings get there, but it's not going to be great. There's 2 SCVs, 4 SCVs going forward. I think they were meant to be going to the ramp and just sort of right-clicked somewhere forward on the map, and they're getting slightly bugged out, but just making it back in time, going to be able to block the ramp fairly well, and that's actually not too bad.
It would be really baller if he just attacked up the ramp now, pushed the Zerglings away, and killed the Overlord. I bet you Flash would do that. I bet you Flash would.
But Flash does many things that no normal human being.
I mean, he has 4 Marines now, but it's too late. The Overlord already went to safety. And I'm pretty sure trutaCz is going to 2H Muta again, actually, so it looks like he is after all.
Like it indeed. And I'm interested to see what Andre does now. He can, of course, try his hand at a little bit of aggression. He does have an SCV in his opponent's main, so he knows what's up. He doesn't know necessarily that that's a drone and an Overlord making. He might think there's more Lings on the way, but he can actually be aggressive, and he's deciding to do that. Just as I say, he pushes out with 6 Marines and 2 SCVs, so that's 7 Marines now, coming in from back. So this is, in fact, fairly strong and could force trutaCz into a position he doesn't quite want to be in. There's an Overlord trekking across the map, but that's not going to see the forces as they head out. But this could be bad for either of these players. Although, having said that, there are only 5 Lings headed towards the main base.
He sees 1 Marine going up. He sees 1 Marine. He also sees the first SCV now. Does he know? He's not pulling his Lings back. The Lings are going for this counterattack, and here come the SCVs and Marines. There's no sunken here. The Lings are not coming back. They're just going for the counterattack here. So, let's see who does more damage to who. The Lings are trying to hide here, trying to get as many Lings out as possible. And the drones are coming out to fight as well. Meanwhile, the Lings are in the main base. The drones and Lings are fighting. There's a bunker going up, and oh my god, trutaCz is taking massive damage. trutaCz just lost everything there, and the Lings at the counterattack are not doing nearly enough damage. Andre's in fantastic position right now.
That was a disastrous breakout right there for trutaCz. He just went out, he lost his Lings straight away. The drones all went down very, very quickly. I think that Andre just had the critical mass to make that kind of not really possible for trutaCz, and he's definitely going to lose a hatchery at the main, and trutaCz may even lose his main base as well. Hatchery at the natural, excuse me. He may even lose his main base as well. He's going to try and break that bunker. He might just succeed. This could happen for trutaCz. He might be able to get it. Unloading the Marines to try and take down that hatchery, and he does get it. Great move there by Andre to finally take the hatchery down.
Wow, I was like, why the hell did he unload? And I realized the hatchery was 2 seconds from dying. Oh, man.
That was gutsy.
That was a Boxer-esque move, and oh, he's going to do the good old medic block. He's doing the medic block. Nice. He's going to be facing 1-hatch Lurker, essentially. I mean, trutaCz is now all in on 1-hatch Lurker. But I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, no chance. Now, by the way, medic blocking is not only good for like bugging out the Lings, but even if the Zerg manually attacks the medics actually have base 1 armor, and Marines don't. Medics also have 20 more HP, which I didn't realize. but yeah, so they're actually much better tanky units, as well as just being annoying by blocking and bugging out the AI.
Yeah. Yes, that's a pretty cool little trick right there.
I didn't realize they had that much more HP than Marines. 60
yeah,
HP versus 40.
Not so bad, but oh, we have the Lings dashing in here. Will they be able to take? There's a fire bat coming out. 2 fire bats coming out at the ideal moment. I can't help but feel that this game is going Andre's way so far, in every way that it possibly needs to. 1 Ling trying to sneak through. It might have actually got through, but it decided to turn around and get roasted.
Oh my god, is that a fake bunker? Because that bunker makes it look like he's expanding, but he's not expanding. He's making a factory and a starport, I think. What, is it going to be a starport? He's making a factory. Yeah. This has got to be like a fake expansion thing or something.
He's going to have a vessel really early.
Yeah, because I don't think he needs this bunker if he's not expanding, right?
Yeah. Maybe not even anyway, but yeah, definitely not if he's not expanding. That's pretty cool. I mean, the Overlord up there, does it know? Does it see there's no expansion?
He might assume that the command center. God, I keep calling these Protoss buildings. He might assume. Oh, well, I thought there's a engagement in the middle.
The firebat went down.
What the hell? Why is there only 1 Marine left? And why are the Lings running away from 1 Marine? He could have actually just killed that entire force, and he doesn't realize it. Okay, maybe Andre does need the bunker. But the thing is, I think it would have been pretty reasonable to assume that the command center was built in the main and then would float out. So even though he doesn't see it yet, he might think that it's just finished and is floating out or something. Yeah. Meanwhile, are Lurkers making? Oh, 2 Lurkers are done. Oh my god, and the Marines are moving out. Why are there 3 Marines and 4 medics moving out? Like, what kind of attack force is that? Seriously, what the hell? Like, where is he even going?
Is he looking for a hidden third?
I think he might be looking for overlords. Oh my god.
But this is a
Andre.
terrible idea. There are lurkers in, and there isn't even a missile turret down yet.
Oh, he scans though, and he does stim before going back in the bunker, I think. But it's not enough though. Oh my god. Andre. Oh, he's got a tank out though. He does have a tank out.
Oh,
how many scans does he have? Oh, don't not run up the ramp.
Ooh, that almost happened. That very almost happened. There is a scan going down with a
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh.
What just happened?
Andre completely goofing up the early mid game right there, and he might have just binned it in one fell swoop. The lurkers are pushing down the ramp. He's going to need another scan in order to clear those out. He's just going to leapfrog those forward. There's only 2 Marines on the defense, and suddenly Andre is in a tough position. How did he do this to himself?
Okay, he's got one more scan. Does he have any units?
He has one more scan. He has a couple
he's stimmed.
Here
we go.
Let's
see the boxer micro.
Going.
That is not boxer micro, but it does work. Okay.
You don't have to be boxer to break a couple of almost dead lurkers. Fortunately for Andre. And so he gets rid of it, but that was not so great. And his ruse is exposed, and he doesn't have any units.
Well, he's getting a dropship now, and looks like he's gonna bunker up the front. Oh no, he's just scouting with one. Okay, I thought he was just gonna double bunker, just be like, oh my god, don't kill me, please.
I think it might be about time, you know.
Oh, do we have stop bunkers? No, revealed. Revealed. Okay, he's got lurkers at the bottom of the ramp.
Yeah. At this point, I'm not even quite sure who's ahead.
I mean, looking at the supply, I'd say Andre is, but yeah, it's not super clear because obviously, you know, trutaCz does have the natural, and he does seem to possess superior army control. So that's good.
Yeah, he really does.
But we do have dropship loading up, and he doesn't really have anything good to deal with this. He's got no anti-air whatsoever.
No.
So I don't know how he's going to deal with this drop. In fact, the drop could very well kill him because he doesn't have many lurkers at home.
I like how the penny dropped there. He's like, oh, there's a drop. Don't know how he's going to deal with that. Yeah, he might die. It could actually happen. Those drones are looking so just kind of ripe for picking. And those Marines are going to go through them very, very quickly indeed. So unless it's a very fast pull for trutaCz, then this is going to end extremely badly. The Marines going in. Will trutaCz see it on the edge of his base? He does pull the drones very quickly, so he should be able to save at least the vast majority of them. The spawning pool is going to go down, though, and possibly the lair as well, if trutaCz can't get back and defend quickly enough. There's only 1 lurker in defense, though, and 2 Hydras, so I really don't know if that's going to be enough to clean out this small strike force, and he does get plenty of look at taking down the lurker. Very quick micro there by dredredre.
GG!
From trutaCz.
Good control there at the end. It was looking a little bit shaky, but Andre managed to pull it out, thank God.
Yeah.
Whew.
There was some fairly impressive control in there from Andre, I have to say. Despite his obvious gaffe with the siege tank, he actually pulled out some nice things, some really nice things there.
Yeah, he did a good snipe on that lurker at the end. I mean, that was pretty good. If he had died to that lurker, I would have just rage quit the game.
That would have been a bit sad.
But
like the unloading from the bunker to kill the hatchery in the other game, that was quite nice.
That was cool. Also, he did do the unload and stim right before he got attacked, which was okay. So yeah, he had some good stuff.
I think he earned that. I think he earned 1 win at least.
Yeah, I mean, he got a win off trutaCz, you know. A win off trutaCz is something to be proud of, right? So yeah, it's pretty good. And that means we are going on to a Game 3 on Fighting Spirit. Very exciting. So 1 game to decide who will go on to the finals for a shot at qualifying straight from this first qualifier. And who will go home with still a hefty number of points. We'll be back after the break.
See you in a bit.